It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. Thanks for allowing us to stream into your office or choosing us to stream onto your mobile device. My promise to you is that this conversation will be a good use of your time because sales is the number one thing that the business needs in order to be successful. So I'm really excited that you're here, by the way. And every morning I share our philosophy, and our philosophy is success leaves clues. Not a new idea, but it's one that we've adopted because it's so true. So what does that mean to you? That means that every morning we look at a case study, a business case study. We look at what the CEO's hurdles were, what their challenges were, and more important, the decisions they made in order to be successful, or the decisions they made where they had to learn some hard lessons. And what better way to do that than here? And then after that, we get an opportunity to really get into a deep dive into the business so you can do what you do best, which makes decisions as a CEO to move the business forward. So let's go ahead and get started, by the way. Back in 2002, a small startup named Salesforce was struggling to make a mark in the tech world. Mark Benioff, the CEO, faced a big problem: how to make his new company stand out against giant software companies like Oracle and SAP. Traditional software needed to be installed and updated on each user's computer, making it really expensive and complicated. Mark had a vision to change this, but nobody believed his tiny company could compete with the big boys, with the big players, with the big girls. And that's so true, by the way, in this world. So Mark Benioff didn't just sit back and hope for the best. He took bold steps to draw attention to his idea. And one of the most memorable stunts was the protest where he hired actors to carry anti-software signs outside a conference held by Siebel Systems, a big name in customer relationship management. That's a CRM system, by the way. And this unusual tactic got people talking and making headlines, even if some people thought Salesforce was just the ant at the picnic. And isn't that so true as CEOs? When you get started, someone's already doing it. You've got to be creative and you've got to solve a bigger problem. And here's an interesting fact. Despite the initial skepticism, Benioff's ant grew into a giant. Today, Salesforce is part of a $250 billion global market. So how did Salesforce turn things around? And the answer really lies in their, surprise, surprise, sales strategy. Instead of selling traditional software, Salesforce offered its product over the internet, what we call today the cloud. And this made the CRM software easy to use, quick to set up, and affordable because you only paid for what you use. So Salesforce focused on making their product super simple and accessible to sales professionals all over. They knew that sales teams are always looking for tools to help them meet their revenue goals more effectively. So by solving a very specific problem that salespeople face, that was with the old software, Salesforce created a product that practically, at the end of the day, it sold itself. How cool is that, by the way? This also introduced the concept of a free trial. See, sales teams could try out the CRM without any cost. And once they saw how well it worked, they were happy to pay more for the features. This strategy not only attracted customers, but it also helped Salesforce grow rapidly, grow quickly, and get a footprint in the marketplace. So my big takeaway for you, the story of Salesforce teaches us the importance of having a strong sales system and a sales strategy. Mark Benioff's creative sales tactics and focus on solving real problems were key to Salesforce's success. They didn't just sell a product. They offered a solution that made life easier for sales teams. You do that, I'm going to tell you right now, and you will see your sales go up, 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 and away. With that being said, by the way, my name is Shay Brown, host of the CEO Sales Huddle. It is an honor and a privilege to serve you this morning. And every single morning, I like to start off the exact same way. And I like to start off with our mantra. And our mantra remains consistent. Our mantra for all CEOs that are running sales departments, when we walk into the sales department, is really 3 words. And these 3 words will shift the entire trajectory of the sales department. Just these 3 words, and that is focus on sales. It's not a new idea. Focus on sales. You're not going to be blown away. Focus on sales, focus on sales, focus on sales. So it's no surprise that on a show every morning that's focused on sales for the sales team, we start off the exact same way. So repeat after me. Focus on sales, focus on sales, focus on sales. Here's my belief. If you can't focus on sales, you just can't be in business. Why? Because sales is, at the end of the day, the oxygen for every great business in history. And you probably would agree with me, by the way, that without sales, there's always more money pouring out the bank account than there is coming into the bank account. What's the point? What's the message I want to make? Is that selling at the end of the day is very, very, very serious business. And then we go on and say, well, what should the CEO do? What is the CEO's responsibility? Let's take a look at that, because the CEO has a responsibility here as well. And the CEO's responsibility is a pledge. And the pledge to the sales department is learn, earn, and return. So I want you to repeat these words after me, by the way. I have to learn something new in order to earn new revenue from current clients, in order to get new and old clients to return. So I must learn, I must earn, and I must return. And this is the mantra that we have for the sales department, by the way, every single morning. And then we go and we look at the other side. We say, wait a minute. Let's have a sales meeting. And at the sales meeting, what are our objectives? Why are we getting together? So let's go to that sales meeting. In the sales meeting, we have 3 objectives. Our number 1 objective is to assess the sales progress. What's going on in the sales department? What's working? What changes do we need to address any roadblocks? What are some of the challenges that are out there that are facing us today? And then also to understand the 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know and understand in order to be successful. And sales pillar number 1 is so important. And that must have a 1-page CEO sales plan. Sales pillar number 2 is you must understand the sales message. Sales pillar number 3, which is important as well, is you must have a CEO dashboard. So we've got to understand what's going on in the dashboard. And then number 5, our 7-figure sales team. So we're going to be focused on really growing our 7-figure sales team. Now, every morning we get together, I like to pause. I like to slow down. I like to connect, because you can see me, but I can't see you. And wouldn't it be great for you and I to be on the same page, to be able to connect? So do me a favor. One of the ways we do that is you can look below the video. If you're watching this live right now and you can hear my voice, go ahead and look right below the video and put hashtag I'm here. Hashtag I'm here is the bat signal that you're in this conversation right now, that you're tuned into it. So put hashtag I'm here. And then for those folks that are watching the replay, go over there right now and put hashtag replay. That means you couldn't be here at 8 a.m., but maybe you're here at 12. Maybe you're here at 3 p.m. Maybe you're here at 6 p.m. Maybe it's 9 p.m. at night. And that's the best time for you to get tuned in to your sales department. Go ahead right now. Look right below the video. Seriously, look right below the video and put hashtag replay. And for those folks that are streaming on demand, thank you so much. You're on Roku, you're on Apple TV, you're on Amazon Fire, you're on Netflix. Wherever you are right now and you're watching, you're like, Shay, I want to connect, but I don't know how. You can go over and type in our online handle, which is at I am Che Brown, at I am Che Brown. And then once you do that, you can go ahead and type in, drop me a DM. I love to connect with you. I love to hear what you're up to. And you and I can start this conversation where you and I can get to know each other, more importantly, but also we can improve the show. Now, every morning I get asked the question typically is, well, Shay, what's the purpose of the CEO Sales Huddle? Why do we get together? Well, let's check that out. The CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster, easier, with less effort, quicker. How do we make that happen? And the way we do that is we focus on our big why, because our big why is all about sales growth. That's why you're here. How do you make more sales? Sales accountability. You might have heard you often do more for other people than you do for yourself. And number 3, consistency. And boy, is consistency the key. Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. And having said that, what area that most people struggle with most? They struggle with consistency. So we tuned in 15 minutes a day. So you get to show up for 15 minutes. And in that 15 minutes, we're going to focus on 1% of your day. So 15 minutes represents 1% of your day. There's roughly 1,440 minutes in every day. We take 1% of your day, and we've got one outcome. One outcome. One outcome. The number one outcome for you showing up, the number one outcome for you being here is one thing. The outcome is $100,000 plus a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue. And this is over and beyond whatever you're earning today. You earn an extra $100,000 a month because you're in this conversation around sales, around success, and around what it looks like. But okay, but that leads to a bigger challenge. And the challenge typically is, Shay, this sounds great. $100,000 plus above what I'm making now sounds wonderful, but how do I do it? As a CEO, what do I measure? As a CEO, what do I manage? As a CEO, where do I know where to shift my attention and put my attention here or put it there? Or how do I know to tweak or how do I know to add more resources? Well, we created something. And what we created is called the CEO Sales Dashboard. And the CEO Sales Dashboard is a place where you can go to one place and get a good snapshot of the business with the key core areas. And then there are 5 key core areas that you measure. Now, if you don't have the CEO Dashboard, you can go to www.ceosalesdashboard.com. Again, www.ceosalesdashboard.com. Once you get there, it'll look like this. Now you can download it. Well, not like that. It's going to look like this. Okay, that more looks like more. It looks like. And then it's an Excel sheet. And this Excel sheet is probably the most important document that you will have for the entire company as it relates to your sales department. And inside there, we're going to measure leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. So we're going to go in there and we're going to look at that. And as we go look at it, we say, okay, I got leads, I got appointments, I got offers, I got deals, and I got repeat business. Now we're going to take a look at one category. So you would go across the top. You might customize it and put your products on the left-hand side. I can respect that. And then we're going to go look at offers today. And inside of offers, I want you to think how many offers were made yesterday by your sales department. And inside those offers, look at a couple of areas. Number one, it was an offer for a credit card. Maybe it was an offer for a wire payment. Maybe it was an offer for ACH or an offer for a signed contract. Whatever the offer is for you, the offer was made. And what products was made? And then how many offers were made yesterday? Then how many offers were made the day before? And then how many offers were made a week before? And then we can go look and say, okay, did we just make an offer for the next step? Because that's still important. You see, what gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. And so now we can measure it. We can manage it. We can put our resources over there. But you don't stop there. You go look at the other side. You say, wait a minute. We have a concept that powerful people ask powerful questions. Why? Because questions steer focus. In this life, you get what you focus on. So we're going to ask ourselves 3 questions. Number 1, what are you most proud of? Number 2, what was your biggest accomplishment yesterday? And number 3, what's the one thing you want to brag about as a CEO that happened yesterday? You can't wait to come on here. You can't wait to brag. You can't wait to say what your sales team's been up to. Go ahead and put that down right now. We're going to acknowledge all of the wins. Powerful people ask powerful questions. As the CEO, you're just asking the questions. But then you go to the other side and say, Shay, every day is not rainbow, cupcakes, and unicorns, okay? We got some challenges. And as a CEO, I want to know what the challenges are. So you can ask yourself 3 questions. Question number 1. Powerful people ask powerful questions because questions still focus. And in this life, you get what you focus on. But number 1 is, what was your biggest roadblock yesterday? Number 2, what's preventing you today from moving forward? And number 3, what's the one thing you can do that if you did it, it would move your life and or business forward? You see, powerful people ask powerful questions because questions stay focused. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. So my message to you today is stay the course. Stay the course. Stay the course of being consistent in your sales, consistent in measuring your results, consistent in getting better in every area of the business. Consistency is the key. You do that, and my promise to you is you will see your sales go up, 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 and away. With that being said, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, host of the CEO Sales Huddle. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being a part of this. Thanks for allowing us to stream into your home. We appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Make it a great day, and we'll make some good things happen. We connect again next time. God bless. We out of here. Peace.